Okay, team. Thanks for joining this particular my training. So we got as of now 22 participants. I'm expecting couple of few more participants will be joining in couple of days. So at this moment, so total confirmed students are 22. Okay. So as of now, I sent you all the details. Okay. So what are the details I sent to you, team? I sent you about session guidelines, and I sent you mainframe server, mainframe server configuration, and mainframe IP address, mainframe address and port number. And I asked you to do configuration yourself by watching the video. While you're doing, if you stuck anywhere, you can ping me on WhatsApp, or we can discuss in the training also. Anyhow, as part of this training, I'll be covering, but still you can go ahead and install the software. Yeah. So mainframe IP address and port number. So I shared these also, and I shared already soft copy material location. Soft copy materials location also I shared with everyone. So you can go and find in that mail. So these are all the details already I shared with you. It's all about how do you access it. Okay. So I uploaded TSO ISPf class notes of the yesterday's session and TSO ISPf soft copy material also. I shared all of them. Any queries? So for team, do you have any queries? Yeah. So in our last session, that is in yesterday's session, team, just I have gone through the training flow. Just I explained you how the training would be and what we discuss in our training, where you are going to land at the end of the training. So I explained all of them to you. Okay, I explained all of them to you yesterday, and we discussed about the career path also. So today I'm going to start with the content. Okay, we are going to start with the content. Today is more of theory. From tomorrow, I'll explain practically, because without giving context, without telling about mainframe introduction, mainframe history, if I teach you directly TSO ISPF, it doesn't look good. Let's have a quick introduction about mainframe and a little bit background of the mainframe, who are going to use mainframe, where the mainframe is using. So for all those questions, I will answer now. So before I proceed further, do you have any queries? Okay, right. So I'll ask the question as, what is mainframes? Okay, what is mainframe technology? I'm very new to mainframe. Assume that I don't know what is mainframe. Okay, I want to get a clarity. Yeah. So what is mainframe technology? So I don't know anything about mainframe. Now I want to give I want to know about it. So here is the answer for you. And next one. So who are using mainframe technology? Who are using mainframe technology? What are the roles in mainframe technology at this moment? Okay, so we are discussing developer based role, but what are there? What else there? Okay, so we will discuss about key characteristics of mainframe. Okay, we'll discuss about them. So let me talk about what is mainframe. Okay. So mainframe is a system. Okay. Mainframe is a system, or I can call as a mainframe as a server also. So I can define as a mainframe system, or I can define as a server. Okay. So mainframe system or server, altogether we call as a technology. On this particular system, on mainframe system, we can develop a business applications. We can develop the business applications. So that's why we are calling as a technology. Using mainframe system, on mainframe system, we can develop some business applications. Okay, right. So now, next question could be, what is mainframe system? What is mainframe server? So let me give the background and our comparison. I'll try to compare so that it will become easy for you to understand what is Windows system. Okay, if you take a laptop, so laptop, are you calling as a system or desktop? You have a desktop, you might be connecting from laptop, or you might be connecting from laptop or desktop. We call as a desktop. Yes. So what when I say laptop is a system, desktop is a system, what are the components will be there in a system? When you call as a system, when there is an operating system, when there is a storage device, when there is a storage device to store the files, and there is a processor to process the applications, processor, okay, and hardware components, hardware components. So when you integrate all of them, if you make a system which is usable, very usable or ready to use, so that called as a system. System is nothing but which is very useful for some purpose, it for general purpose or specific purpose. So those that will be called as a system. When I say laptop, we have a OS, storage device, operating system could be Windows 10 or Unix or Linux or some other operating systems. So whereas there are different versions also there in operating system, right? If you take a Windows XP 2007, 2010, 11, and so on. Next, we have something called laptop storage device. We have a hard disk. Hard disk is the one where actually your data will be stored. If hard disk is if it is hard disk is not working, or somehow it got damaged internally, then you're going to lose entire data. That is the way place where the actual data will be stored. So processor is nothing but to process your applications. Okay, you open the file, close the file, the memory allocation, reading the data from storage device to RAM. Okay, that all things will be taken care by processor, and we have something called hardware components. There is a hardware. Without hardware, you cannot do it, right?
ఎలాది కాల్లో ఉందండ్రా
Yeah, go on mute, Sita Mahalakshmi.
చెప్పు.
Yeah. So this is something about laptop or system. Okay. So mainframe is also system only. Why we are calling mainframe as a system team? Because in mainframe also we have a operating system. In mainframe also we have a operating system. What is the operating system we have? The oldest operating system is MVS, multiple virtual storage is the operating system, one of the oldest operating system. Nowadays nobody is using is that. The latest version is G series operating system. G series operating system. So we have a OS. Okay, very good. So do you have the storage device? Yes, obviously. So tape is the oldest storage device, and dash D direct access storage device. Direct access storage device. Storage device. So storage device, both are you can physical data is going to store either tape or dash D. So the latest in the sense is not developed 5 years back or even more than 10 years before only they developed it, but whatever we have it is a dash D. Okay, 20-30 years back developed one is the tape storage device. So next, so we have a processor, obviously. So there is a processor is there, even IBM hardware. So if you observe any laptop you take except Mac, okay, except Mac system, you take a Lenovo, Dell, okay, HP, any laptop you take, it is assembled. Hardware is developed by one, manufactured by someone, processor manufactured by someone, and OS developed by someone, and even in the laptop there is a chip. Chips are developed by someone. In laptop there is a hard disk. It is manufactured by someone. So like Lenovo, like Dell, they try to assemble all the components. They will build, they develop, they will make one laptop, and they will make the system is ready to use it. Correct. So here it is assembling is happening, and whatever the components of the laptop, either it can be hard disk, it can be OS, it can be a chip or processor or memory card, screen, whatever it is, all are developed by manufactured by different companies. When it comes to the mainframe, whole and soul, whole and soul and single-handled as per my knowledge, okay. So everything is developed by IBM. Okay. The technology which we are learning is IBM mainframe. So the hardware, operating system, storage, everything is manufacturing by if I'm not wrong, okay. So OS, everything is managed, controlled by IBM itself. Okay, everything is controlled and managed by IBM. So I hope you got the definition of is a mainframe system. Why we are calling mainframe system? Because it has a OS, it has a hard disk, it has a processor, it can process huge amount of the data and so on. Next, why then Venkat, very good. I understood what is mainframe system. You compared with the laptop, it is easy to understand. Then why you are giving definition of mainframe server? Why we are giving the why we are I have listed mainframe server. So more than one user can connect to the mainframe system from different places. That is called mainframe server. What is the meaning of ATM server? What is the meaning of ATM server? What is the meaning of bank application? In every ATM machine, software is installed. Every system storage in ATM storage device will be there. Not like that, right? So your ATM machine is the one which runs the application, but your application is deployed, your storage, everything is one system called server. So your programs, your applications, website application or ATM application and corresponding databases, everything is stored in one system, and ATMs connected to that particular system, second ATM, third ATM, fourth ATM. It is ATM is the example. If you take an example of banks, okay, if you go to any bank, in bank also we have a laptop or desktop. The bank employee will open the website, they do the transaction. Do you think in their system the bank software is available, bank application is available? No, they are connecting to bank server. They are connecting to the bank server. So more than one user can connect to server to execute, to run, uh, to make the systems, remotely or front-end user or end user can access it. I hope you are clear the definition of the mainframe server, why we are calling mainframe server, how we have a servers outside for e-commerce website or ATM machines. Similarly, whoever using the mainframe, they can deploy their all applications on particular server. That application can access from different places, different devices by end user. So since that system is giving a chance, enabling, giving a space to connect from different places, end users can use the applications which are deployed on that system, able to connect. That's why we are calling that system as a server. Can I call my laptop is a server? No chance at all. Okay, nobody can able to connect my laptop. I did not deploy any software here to connect. So this is an example of mainframe server. Any queries so far? Are you good, comfortable? Okay. So this is something little bit about mainframe. What is a mainframe system and server? Next. So next question is something you can ask. So when mainframe software or system got developed, when they developed the software or mainframe system. So I think, I guess mainframe system is older than anyone in the forum, I guess. Okay, so whoever is in the training, we are all youngers. Okay, we are all youngers when we compare with the
No,
main.
not true.
Sorry.
Not true. The IBM System 360 was announced in 1964. I was 3 years old.
No, not 1996 also. Let me bring them. Okay, so, okay, no, even 1996 also. Okay, I guess it's more than 30, 40 years back. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, we are happy that I'm teaching to the, elder than mainframe. Okay, right. So, mainframe is not a new technology. Okay, so I can say proudly few points here. I'm not convincing you that mainframe is a super, but the beauty of the mainframe I will tell you. Okay, so as I said, mainframe is one of the oldest technology in the IT industry. One of the oldest technology in IT industry. It led. Okay, so many years played crucial role in IT industry. The mainframe is played crucial role in IT industry for so many clients, okay. So this is the another point I want to add. The next point, so I want to tell you this is explicitly. Nowadays, whatever the technology is coming, that we don't know whether the technology will be there for 1 year or 2 years. Within a 2 years, it is going to, whether it is going to vanish or it is not useful, not appropriate according to the latest trends. Are you getting my point? So the technology are getting outdated within 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. If you take some tools, okay, if you take some tools, Informatica. Correct me if I am wrong. In a data warehousing, we have a Informatica. Still, the few people are using, few clients are using. I don't say that it is 100% outdated, but so 15 years back, okay, I attended one session on Informatica. So that time it was, there are so many openings that time. So we attended a demo, okay, in Hyderabad. More than 200 people attended for that particular demo. More than 200 people attended that demo that day. So by that you can imagine how much demand it has. But after a couple of years, it outdated. So now in the data warehouse, there are so many other technologies or tools or something else came. Just I'm giving an example to you, Tim, by the way. Okay. So like this, there are so many tools we came. Okay. Tableau, Informatica, sorry, Power BI. Still they are using. I'm not saying they are outdated, but you see the craziness, how it got reduced, how it got reduced. Like that, so many technologies came and it is stayed only for a couple of years as a crucial technology player in IT industry. So you can imagine when something is coming, as you know, right, nowadays, nobody able to predict the future. Okay. After artificial intelligence, generative AI, after when ChatGPT introduced generative AI, so and every organization try to leverage, try to do R&D, try to do something innovative to optimize the expenses, to automate the process, to improve the quality, to reduce the human interventions. So in these futures, in this particular scenario, which technology exists, nobody knows. Okay. So we don't know which technology is going to, AI is going to kill which technology, how much it is going to create an impact. May not kill at 100%, but it might, how much impact is going to throw on technology. If you take a front end team, front end developers, I'm because I have seen that. Okay, practical I have seen. Uh, Front end development, right? I mean, I did not see extensively on the very 100% depth project, in a complex project, but I did a small project. I created myself. Okay, why I need to give different example. So this entire website, okay, myself I create. I know it is very simple. I don't say that it is a complex. It's very clicking on box and all. These are all the things. This is the website created by my own. Okay, I did not give it to any third party also, or third party or any consultancy or any front end developer. I created myself. How it is, how I did it using ChatGPT. Okay, I used a Copilot in a Visual Studio Code. I installed a Copilot. I created this one. I can make more beautiful, more interactive as well as. Since I don't have a time, but I did not do it. But you can do a miracles with the AI tools called GitHub Copilot in development area. Okay, so obviously, as the okay, it is doing, we are, if I want to create the same website, it might take more than 3-4 days. Now I did it less than half day. If I know basics of the front end technologies, I can complete in hours, less than 5 hours, 6 hours, or 3 hours, 4 hours also. So the AI is impacting. Okay. So why I am telling all these examples, team? The mainframe came into the picture almost, more than 20, 30, 40 years back, but still most of the top banks, top insurance companies, top retail companies, top airlines companies are using mainframe. You bring any company in US, United States, Europe countries, you tell any company name, any bank application, you tell any insurance, they are still, their data is on mainframe. Okay. So because when you see that there are so many technologies came, but still the mainframe is a standard. Okay, as we don't have more user friendly options in mainframe, that's why the clients are going with modern technology. So we don't have more flexible, more user friendly options in mainframe technology. That's why one of the reason I am saying, one or two reasons I am saying, maybe I might be wrong. This is what I know, what my understanding. Okay, so there is a cost involved also, because maintaining things in mainframe is not easy. Okay, let me come back to the previous context. So Mainframe is not recently developed, okay? It developed a couple of years back, but still people are using, and till top companies are using mainframe technology. Is it clear? Okay. So let's go to ChatGPT. I'll reshare my screen. I'm resharing my screen, 1 minute team. So I want to do log out from the ChatGPT. Yes. Okay, you can just type history of mainframe. You type IBM mainframe, by the way. IBM mainframe technology. See, over 60 years. So early foundation 1960s. The IBM first commercial scientific computer. Commercial means which is available for public by paying the money you can use it. So before that only it was there, but it's not for commercial use. Okay, so I don't want to get into things, by the way, just to give a heads up to you. Okay, when it was developed, to give an idea about that, I gave it. Yeah, you see that IBM mainframe today means it is not a live data, by the way. Whatever you are seeing, it is not up to date data. Maybe 3 years before data or 2 years before, because ChatGPT never gives you today's data, the latest data. So, okay, it is trained on particular date. Based on that, it gives you the report. Okay, anyhow, runs 90% of the global credit transactions and used by banks, still banks, governments. If you ask someone in United States, are you working on mainframe? If they say yes, okay, some of them working in government, state, local, state uh, applications. And now, even in Australia, also Australian government, few states, they were using mainframe as their technology or IT. So insurance companies, healthcare. It supports millions of the transactions per second. The speed of the mainframe is calculated millions instruction per second, MIPS. What is the speed? How do you calculate the speed of the mainframe system? Per second, it can process millions of the records. Per second, millions of the transactions it can process. Okay. So this is something about bit of history. I'm not explain detail. It is not required also. Just tell you how it is old. Okay. How old is mainframe? To give you that knowledge, I gave it to you. Okay. Nothing else. Okay, so why the companies are using mainframe? Okay, so many, as I said, so many latest technologies came, more user friendly, less costly, and you can integrate the very beauty thing with other technologies, right? You can integrate with multiple technologies. Okay, so what is the meaning of integration team? You know very well. I will take an example of Make My Trip. I guess you are aware, Mark. I don't know whether you know Make My Trip or not. So, Make My Trip.
I don't know. No.
Okay. So, Make My Trip is the website where they offer on their website. You can book the flights, you can book the hotel, you can book the cabs, you can book there are multiple services they are providing through website. That is the main object of their business. Okay. So, you take an example, Make My Trip. Okay, this is the website. Okay, so what they services team, they give the flight, you can book the flights. They will offer multiple packages for visitings, and they will provide the cab facility. They will provide only hotels, and you can book, if I'm not wrong, buses and so on. So do you think they are the owners of all all the services? No, they are not the owners of all the services, because on Make My Trip website, you can book Indigo, you can book SpiceJet, most of the uh, airlines tickets you can book it on Make My Trip, and hotels, and you can book the packages to visit. So these are all the services providing by different companies, different servers. Okay, Indigo is on one website, one server. Air India is on one server. Okay, their respective server. By the way, SpiceJet, their data, their flight details, timings, and their passenger details will be there on their own platform. So if you take a hotels, either Taj Hotel or any 5-star hotel or 3-star hotel, any hotel you take, they have their own servers. So now, which means that Make My Trip is the application which is talking to Indigo. Make My Trip is a server. It is talking to SpiceJet. It is talking to all airlines companies, collecting the data, displaying to you on the screen when you search for the flights from Hyderabad to United States, Hyderabad to Malaysia, Hyderabad to Delhi, whatever it is. So Make My Trip is interacting with different systems. So a example, Air India is their server is on one technology, whereas Indigo, their server is on another XY technology, and SpiceJet is another technology. But Make My Trip is a P technology. So it is developed on something called Assume.net, and Air India is developed on something else. Jet is developed on .net, and someone is developed on SAP, like that. So this is about airlines. Okay. So if you take other example, there is a different hotels are there. Novotel, okay, Ibis, and Taj, okay, Radisson, Marriott, like this. There are so many hotels are there. So I want to book the hotel on 15th of August for 3 days in Delhi. I want to get the good, reasonable quality hotels with a lesser price. Example. So now Make My Trip will go to the associated applications. It gathers the data of the hotels. It gives you the details, which means that Make My Trip is interacting with different. So the integration with the different external systems would be easy when you compare with the mainframes. Is it clear, team, what I said? Are you clear? I told you earlier also, right? So the main challenge with the mainframe is not about the money only, the flexible, user friendly. You see the website of the main Make My Trip. It is very beautiful. You take any website, in fact, it's not only Make My Trip. You take okay, any Emirates, any flight, any airlines you take, the website is more user friendly, more convenient. Even if I'm not educated, if I know English little bit, or okay, such a way the websites are there. Right? I know bit English, still I can able to do something on it. So such type of user friendly options we got on the websites. Do we have these features there? Okay, no, I don't think so. We have a very less. Okay, so when we have fruitful, very user-friendly, flexible options are there, obviously you'll go with that. Obviously you'll go with that. That's where the clients are moving to other technology. Okay, so this is the area where all. Okay, anyone wants to add anything from your experience? Please add. I'm happy to gain knowledge from you as well as.
Well, what I would say here is that these various websites, these various servers, they communicate using well-documented APIs, and the .NET framework and the Java frameworks Python frameworks will all have support for these APIs. So so that the data may get transmitted from you can write one system in Python, another one in Java, another one in C#.net. They can all talk to each other because they're all basically once the data leaves the system, it's speaking the same language as every other system. That would be very hard to do on a mainframe. I mean, you do have Unix system services on ZOS. I know we're not going to get into that in this course. But yeah, that's the great benefit of using these technologies now. You can host your websites, you can host your servers, you can host your databases on commodity hardware, basically PC hardware in one form or another. You can run Linux, you can run Windows usually, or Linux, and you can just use well-documented, well-understood APIs to talk from one company's system to another company's system. We've been doing it for 20 odd years. As I know of.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Thanks for adding and sharing.
And I am older than the 360 architecture. So what can I tell you?
Okay. Oh, okay. Good to hear that. Yeah. So yeah, that what Mark said is absolutely is correct. Team. Okay. Yeah, I did not go that much. Yes, obviously the communication is happening through APIs, REST APIs and all, which is more handy options to talk between two systems. Okay. Two different systems can communicate easily with help of APIs. Okay, again, I saw, altogether it is a different ball game, so we don't get into that. But just to tell you, okay, where we are lagging, I mean, according to my minimal knowledge, anyhow, Mark also added, so I got got a confidence as well as, so that this is the one lacking area for us where why the clients are not trying to bring new, why they are not preferring mainframe for new projects, new businesses. Okay, whatever the new projects are coming, they are trying to build on different technology rather than mainframe. If you start getting new projects, whatever the resources we have either in India or UK or Australia or USA, this count is not sufficient at all. So as we are getting very less development projects, new development projects, okay, that's why the demand is very less. Okay, the job openings are very less compared to with other things. Okay, right. So now, okay, Venkat, you said, okay, two sides of the coin. What are the challenges with this? Why it is not becoming more popular, or why it is not, no, why people are not using, clients are not using. Okay, and I told you how, it is powerful as well as, right? So let me add few more highlights or features of the mainframe technology. As I said, okay, as you can see, even I searched in the chat GPT also, you found it 60 years back. 60 years back, almost 60 years back, it was developed. But still people are using, clients are using mainframe. Okay, the reason for that, okay, the reasons, what are the reasons? RAS. What is that? RAS. Okay, reliable, availability. Okay, availability. What is the third one, team? What is the third one?
Security.
Exactly. Security. So first is okay. People are talking. I don't know whether you learnt cloud basics or not. Okay, whether you heard in the cloud, they will tell the futures 99.999% availability, which means that the cloud is available 24 into 7 and 365 days. Okay, the cloud came recently, but mainframe provided availability 99.999 something since few decades. How do you compare with mainframe with the cloud? Are you getting my point? So what is the meaning of availability team? How system is your system is capable of running entire day for 365 days, or you need to stop the system to reduce to give a rest to the system. Obviously, right, we shut down our systems so that the durability of the systems laptops going to grow. Durability of the system, and the system will be quality, it will become more quality in terms of the durability, a lot of things, right? So in case of mainframe, it is available always. Okay, so that's why the people used mainframe earlier for to store their data, as it is available always. So you don't need to shut down until unless if you need to upgrade the systems, until unless you need to do something else, infrastructure updates or network update. Except for them, you no need to do it. Anyhow, now also people are doing, right? Every monthly we are getting 1 or 2 messages from the companies stating that your ATM is not available, the website is not available. Okay, this is not available in this server. Nowadays we are getting the messages, right? So because they are upgrading their system, they are upgrading the software, they are upgrading the network, improving the security. So yeah, this is about availability team. So the mainframe is available 99.999%. Next, reliable. Okay. So what is the meaning of reliable, or why you go for the cloud? Why you guys are storing, why you are storing uh, your files, images, videos in the cloud instead of hard disk, either in laptop hard disk or external hard disk? Why you are storing in cloud? Can you give me the answer?
Easy accessibility.
We
Yeah,
can
access. Yeah,
access from
access. I
anywhere.
agree with you. Access is a agree. Okay, no doubt, no compromise in that. No discussion. Yes, next.
We can access from anywhere.
That is called accessibility, right? That's what he said. Apart from that,
We will pay less amount. No.
no, that is not at all true. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
that is not at all true. Okay, in the sense, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you the example. I know I'm explaining beyond the content, but anyhow, it's a knowledge. I'm sharing my knowledge. So, when let's say nowadays we are getting an email or notification in the Google, your inbox is full. Okay, there is out of memory. So when your Google is out of memory, how much you are paying? Anyone is paying? How much you are paying per year or per month to store the content in Google? That is Gmail. Can you anyone did it? I guess minimum 3 4 people.
Yeah, 1300 per year, 400 GB
1300 per
per year, 400 GB
yeah,
per year.
yeah, per year. So now if you pay for 5 years, okay, obviously first year once you start paying, so you will pay every year. So that is the beauty of the clouds. Now 5 years if you pay, now you calculate within these 5 years cost, will you get the external hard disk or not? Someone said very cheaper. Okay, why you cannot think in this angle? So instead of paying no 1300 rupees for 5 years, so I just given 5 years, we don't, right? So we keep paying every year until we exist in the world, right? So we don't know. So whether we exist or not, it should be used by your family member because our common data will be there. So that time they might be paying. So which means that how much you're paying slowly every year. Same data, you download it, keep in external hard disk. You don't need to pay a single rupee. Whoever is said, very cheap. You got the answer now, sir? You want to depend on this? Please, I'm ready to accept. Okay. So
Okay.
It
then,
is easy.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but it is easily accessible, and finding the device and things seems that is the we are not
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, I can depend
I
on this.
once the disk is lost, data is lost. Whereas in cloud, it will be there backups and all.
That's where I'm coming. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'll just I'll give another explanation, then I'll come to the actual point. See, team, how many times you are referring Google content, Google Drive content, by the way? How much time you are spending on Google nowadays? How many in 100 mails will be there? If you are able to read the mail, you are not able to read the mails itself, then how? Very rarely we see our images, right? I mean, I don't count everyone is, don't see, everyone will see it. There is a probability. Okay. Yeah. Yes, there are some advantages with this. There are some challenges or cons with this one. Okay, with this formula. Forget about that. Yeah. So the point why I written this example, team, okay, it's not to consume your time, by the way, it's to relate with our example. See, if okay, in fact, it's my real example, my case only. I stored when cloud came recently, 15 years back, 20 years back, I was storing everything in the hard disk. Okay. All of a sudden it stopped working. All of a sudden it got stopped working. So even I sent my external hard disk to Seagate or some companies there, right? It went to almost, I guess, Norway or Argentina, where it got manufactured. It went to there to recover the data. They could not able to do it. I lost the data. I lost the data, right? So this is the drawback of the external hard disk, as someone said it. When it comes to the Google, yes, they will take care your data. What they do, they will take care the data backup. So they ensure that their data is available at least 2 or 3 servers. That is a main advantage of the Google Drive or any cloud system you take. Okay, you got it? Now how it is? So now you trusted the Google Cloud or something, OneDrive and all. You are uploading there because it is reliable. What is that? It is reliable. You don't lose the data. If something happens on their Google Cloud system, they have some other backup system. Are you getting my point? So there is a backup for them. From backup, they will give access to you without any latency, without any delay. Same thing, even mainframe also. So mainframe is reliable, which means that if something goes wrong, if any crash happened, your data will be saved. Nothing happens to your application. Everything can be recovered. With everything is can be controlled. Okay, so that is a one of the mainframe feature I can say reliable. So the reliable is not came this cloud and all came recently. Reliable is there since long. That's why clients, banks are using mainframe. The next one, security. Okay. You would have heard that this particular bank customer's data somewhere it is there, hacked the data. You would have heard websites data somebody hacked. So far in IT industry, nobody could able to crack nobody able to hack mainframe data. So that much security is there in mainframe. Anyone want to comment on this? So far, nobody able to hack 60 years, since 60 years, nobody able to hack. Maybe internal person, they would have done something, that is different story. Hacking means the person who doesn't know about the system, okay, they doesn't know about a server, they are not employees, they don't know the credentials of your server, but still if someone is hacking, that is someone is stealing your data, that is called hacking. Okay, so if someone is uh, grabbed the data, internal employee, nobody can do that, that is not a hacking. Okay, so we have a full of security for your data. Why security is important, team? Because you know very well, if I am able to hack your bank details, your bank transactions, your family members, your wife or sister, your girlfriend, XYZ, something, if they are able to see your bank transactions of that bank, will you take account there? No, you don't take it. Obviously, right? So it's not about that aspect. Even companies' transaction should not be visible to everyone, right? It should be okay. It should maintain secret. Are you getting my point? Since for the banks, insurance companies, the data is should be more important, more secure is required. So that is provided by mainframe. That is provided by mainframe. Is it
There
clear?
is, there is one other very good reason for good security, and that is to prevent accidents. You might sign into something and not mean to delete data or whatever, and you do it by accident. And that's the other main reason why you have to have good security.
Yeah, thanks, adding. Okay, team. I hope you are clear. Okay. Oh, I can see 34 participants, but I got only confirmation from 22. Good to see more than 10. I can see more 10 people more. Anyhow, okay. Fine, I'll come back to them later. Right. So the other reason why the companies are opted earlier mainframe is huge data. You can imagine, team, every day ATM transactions. How many transactions might be coming into the picture now? Every day, or nowadays, you see that Google Pay, Phone Pay in India. You are doing a Google Pay, you are doing a Phone Pay. How many transactions happening per day? For 1 rupee we are paying, for 1 lakh we are paying. For 50,000 rupees we are paying Google Pay or Phone Pay. So how much storage data we need, right? It's not about only storage. We need to process it. Okay. So let's say I want to generate a bank statement. If I want to generate a bank statement, I have to go back, see the history of transactions of all the customers. Then only I can generate the report, because I have to generate the bank statement for every customer. That is a rule of RBI in India, Reserve Bank of India. So to store that much data, we need a system which is capable of storing. It's not only storing, processing the data. While you are generating a report, it should read the data very quicker, very faster. So that is provided by mainframe. You can store use amount of the data. This is one of the reason. Another reason I can say why clients, why banks, why insurance companies, why retail. Because right, in insurance, you start paying the policy premium for 30 years. So, which means that the insurance company should hold your details minimum 30 years, because the policy duration itself 30 years. And according to the government, local governments, if you are in it, they have government rules are there, where whatever the customer is doing a transaction in the bank, minimum 20 years should be stored. Why? Because if any illegal activity happens, if I want to investigate, I need their bank transactions. So banks use it to store somewhere your data. So when you keep storing every day, years and years, it is going to become huge. And when you want to process, we need a system to process that much data. So that can be handled, can be stored by mainframe. Is it clear? Okay, so this is all main reasons still why the companies are using mainframe. Okay, so now you saw the positive sides of the mainframe. Okay, the other side of the mainframe is, okay, according to the latest one, cost. Okay, so to maintain mainframe is not a small thing here, because we have to invest a lot of money on mainframe. Okay, it is not a easy to, because everyone cannot afford the to store their data on mainframe. Okay, so it is huge cost involved to maintain your applications on mainframe. Okay, this is one challenge I can say. The other challenge is, according to the latest technologies, according to the latest trends, it is not more flexible to integrate with different technologies that I told you, not more user friendly. Okay, and the companies are worrying, like United, not in India, by the way. In India, we do maximum development and support and so on. Okay, the system side, infrastructure, development, all of them in US, everything will be done in US, most of the cases, right? So they have a huge resource crunch, who having a good knowledge on the system programming, OS development or upgradation and all of them. So, and in United States, the colleges stopped the giving the trainings. Okay, because it's not like in India. Once we complete our graduation or post graduation, we go to one institute, we will learn it. Okay, everyone usually they do it. But as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, whoever is attending from United States and who have good experience, who visited or stayed in US, what I know in United States, the citizens of the US people, whatever they learn in their college, in their graduation, so with the help of that only they are going to get the job. They don't do again separate course, as far as what I know. Maybe now Udemy and all came, that is different story before. Do I am correct, team? So there is a resource crunch. Okay. At the same time, even colleges also focusing on the latest technologies. They are, focusing on artificial intelligence, DevOps, cloud, data science, and so on. Okay, because obviously colleges also should adapt latest trends and start giving, introducing subjects on the latest trends, latest languages, latest technologies. That's what they are doing. So as they are focusing on the latest, but they have all, whoever is having good experience, sound knowledge on the mainframe, they are retiring. Some people already retired. Okay, any queries so far? Anyone wants to add anything? Okay, let's go back to the starting of that. So we discussed what is mainframe technology, who are using mainframe. As I told you, banks, insurance companies, health domain, retail. These are all the four pillars of for mainframe, because mainframe is existing still. IBM is investing money on the mainframe, means because of these four domain companies: banks, insurance company, retail, and healthcare. Any queries so far? Okay, I'll take 5 more minutes maximum, so that I can complete full of theory. Tomorrow I can go more technical and related to our training. Next, what are the roles in, okay. So what are the roles in mainframe technology team? So first I'll start with the mainframe administrator. Okay. So where they should know JetOS. Okay. They should know JetOS concepts. They should know JetOS concepts. So mainframe system programmer. Again, I heard so recently I'm seeing the mainframe system programming. Earlier we don't have this many variations, particularly as in India, or I did not see much openings earlier. 6 years, 10 years back, I've seen system programming roles or openings. But nowadays, only three companies they are not able to find the resources who are having knowledge on this. Everywhere we are seeing the opening on mainframe system programming, majorly from four companies. One is, can you tell me, team, which companies are always they recruit for mainframe system programming or administrator or something else?
IBM.
Now, no more IBM. Okay. IBM, the entire IBM mainframe products, IBM company moved to Kindle, if I'm not wrong. Okay, KNDYL only, right? Yeah. Then, okay, and so now something is there. And what is the company name? CSC. Now it is a DXC. Okay. And one more is BMC. Okay. Anyone saw openings apart from these four companies? Can you list out which are frequently? Here we are experienced people are here. I request you to you add.
TCS.
Sorry.
In bank, Venkat,
Uh,
SCB
A few
Standard
months
Chartered.
back, a few months back, I've seen many postings from Infosys as well, Venkat. That
acha,
could be for entry level roles, but in fee as well.
but it is on system programming or infrastructure level.
Infosys is hiring for, I think, development and testing roles
Right, right. Yes.
nowadays.
Yeah, every month you see the openings on system programmings. The company names I have seen because I used to post every day mainframe openings in my Telegram group. So I maintain one Telegram group. There I will post now. I mean, whenever I'm free, morning. Now last 10 days I'm not posting regularly because of my office work and all stuff. But I used to post every. I'll go to the LinkedIn. I'll gather all the opening details. I will post in my Telegram group. So I noticed from that particular activity. Right? Okay. Next, coming to the system programmer. So we have in this also, I have noticed a team. They will ask DB2 system programmer. I don't know because frankly speaking, I don't know what exactly does. I did not try to explore also. There is a system programming and assembler system programming, something they say. Okay. So altogether it is a different subject, by the way. Okay, so what we are learning, what is I have listed these three, not at all going to match at all. Maybe the terminology, keywords, it will going to match at the end. So then we have a DB2 DBA. Okay, so DB2 DBA on JetOS. On JetOS, okay, because DB2 DBA is there on LUW, Linux, in Unix, Windows. That is not bucket of mainframe, by the way. So DB2 DBA and Kix admin and Kix system programmer anyhow I have written. And as someone said, mainframe developer, and the last one, mainframe tester and mainframe support. Okay. So whoever new to the IT industry, okay, in this particular group, I request you to copy this particular all of them. Try to understand what skills are required and what they does. Okay, learn that subject. This is activity or assignment I am giving it to you beyond my presentation. Please go there. What is mainframe developer? Anyway, we are covering what mainframe tester does, what I should know as a to work with the mainframe tester, as a mainframe tester, what I should know if I want to work in mainframe support. Like that, explore it. Either you can ask ChatGPT or Google. It's up to you. Okay, so these are all the roles are there in mainframe team. I have listed only few of them which I know, which I remembered at this moment. There might be other. Okay, so that's all for the day from my end team. I can see more than 22 participants. Whoever is yet to pay the course fees, because some people directly they joined. So I request you to pay the course fee, join from tomorrow. Okay, let me stop recording.